All right, so round two, we're back at it. Supposedly 10 plus inches, maybe. I don't know where that's. Marshall, what'd you say? 8 to 10 inches?
That's what it says in here.
All right, 8 to 10 inches, guys. So let me show you from the last time I shoveled to where we are once again. I'm probably gonna have to go out another 2 or 3 times, guys. So think again if you want to move to the Midwest when the snow actually comes around. Because the past 2 years hasn't been too bad, kind of mild. But here we are again. So if I step off, here's the driveway, and we go down pretty deep already. Definitely at least 3-4 inches already. And yeah, we're picking up the powder here, guys. And it is super important to get it when it's powder, because once this ice is up, like I said, it is a headache to deal with. Anywhere you slip, you can tear ACL in your knee, tear a bunch of whatever else you got up in that knee, and you will be screwed for the rest of the winter. Not very mobile, so you got to be very careful in the Midwest when you are taking care of the snow. All right, let's see where it goes. So, man, I wish I had a yardstick to measure it out for you, but I guess we can measure it. I'm gonna actually get all this out too. You want to get it away from the foundation, just like rain, just like water, because once it melts, that's what it's going to become. So, got to get as much away from the foundation as possible. Mess. I don't know, Vegas maybe? Arizona's too hot. New Mexico, I don't think has enough infrastructure yet. Utah, 10 years maybe. I don't know, seems like Vegas may be the move if we decide that we're ballsy enough to do it. If we find jobs, if we find a reasonably priced house, should be interesting. So if you guys have any recommendations, drop them down in the comments. What are your thoughts on the Chicagoland area? If you are not from the Midwest, you visited when it was snowing, when it was a blizzard, past years. Let me know your thoughts. I would like to hear them. Signing off for now. I'll probably be back in less than 2 hours here because it's gonna need to be shoveled again. So. Noise. Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of weight on that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We'll save you! We'll save you! Okay. So we'll book a one-way flight back to Vegas tonight. Alright guys, the angel's about to do an angel. Or should I say, the devil's about to do an angel. Fall in the grass over here. Over that way in the grass.
I'm not gonna hit it.
No, there's nothing in there. It's like some dog shit maybe. Alright, and then you gotta fall back and then make your way up to heaven.
Okay. 2, 3.
Nice! That's gonna be a good one because it's so deep. You want to make an angel the other way too. What if I just let you go, a face angel? There it is. You see this shit, guys? This gutter just trying to do its job out here, and the Chicagoland area snow gives it this. Look at that. I don't even know how it froze that quick, or the amount of time that it took for the falling water coming out of the gutter to freeze like it was flash frozen. I don't know. After all these years, I question who and why individuals willingly choose to live in this weather. As a true Chicagoland area long timer, living here more than 30 years, I've decided no more. All right, guys, let's look on the dash what we got today. 23 degrees. And we're gonna see on our way to work how many people are in a ditch. Actually, no, that's probably not gonna be that many people today because there was more than enough time for the trucks to push the snow to the sides and for the trucks to salt, and the road should be pretty clear by now. But I'm sure there will still be some people out there that have lived in the Chicagoland area their entire life for at least 5 to 10 years now and are still on the side of the road in a ditch. All right, guys, let me spill my thoughts on the Midwest now that I am fresh back off vacation. Back in the 22 degree weather of the Midwest. Man, property taxes no more than $3,000 out in Nevada. Coming back to property taxes here, on average $5,000, going way up at that. I'm already coming up on $8K for property taxes where I'm at, where I live. And I just think it's outrageous for what you get here. Yeah, people love to say that, oh, you get instant access to food and all this stuff in the Chicagoland area. A true Chicagoan who's been here more than 30 years will tell you it ain't worth it. In my opinion, maybe other people that are true Chicagoans that have been in the Chicagoland area their entire lives will tell you different. I don't agree with that. I don't see the amount of traffic these days, the amount of crime, the amount of bullshit that just happens within the city itself. It's not worth it to live there or just right outside it in the suburbs and all the surrounding areas. Like just in the southwest suburbs, they just got hit with insane tax hikes. Go check it out. Go check out the articles about like Dixmoor, Homewood, Matson. I'm sure Blue Island already got hit, and it's not going to stop. That's the crazy part. People are going to be at 10K plus on houses that aren't even like no more than 600,000. Just in the amount of trips that we've taken, you can just see that the Chicagoland area is just it's outrageous. It's not worth it anymore. I don't know if at one time it was. Maybe when you could when affordability was more sensible and you could live off one income, and the wife could stay at home and husband just working, and you could be comfortable. You could have a car. You could have a nice 2-3 bedroom home for under 400,000 with taxes, under 3K, under 4K. That's reasonable. But when you have a $400,000 home and taxes are going to be kicking up past, I wonder how shaky this is right now. I can see it shaking right now, but it doesn't matter. We'll see how the footage looks. But when you have a house that's $400,000, $500,000 and you're going to start kicking past 8K, like I said, it's starting to not make sense anymore. Yeah, great access to food all the time. There's great shopping all around. You can sell, infrastructure is definitely around. But there are plenty of negatives. Like I said, the cold weather, if you don't like snow, you don't like snow, and it's time to go. And that is definitely me at 34 years old. I don't care for it anymore. I told my wife, I don't care if I ever see white again in my life. It's not worth it. The freezing, the slush, just making everything difficult. You can't go outside for 3+ months. If you're in a warm climate, tropical climate, hot climate, and you got the sun, access to the sun all the time, you can go outside. You can take clothes off. But in the winter here in the Midwest, you can't go outside. You can. It's just not going to be a normal human being experience, in my opinion. Other people may think it's the greatest thing to see snow and to experience this, but I just don't get it anymore. Being here my entire life, it's not worth it to me anymore. If you guys have other thoughts about it, drop them down in the comments. I would like to hear. If you're a Chicagoan who's been here for more than 30 years and you have some credibility about what you're speaking about, then you will be even more intriguing to me to hear what you have to say. But anybody looking in who doesn't live here the majority of the year, it's easy to say that, oh, it's beautiful though. Look at the snow and everything on the trees, and it's just gorgeous, the snow. No, it's not. When you're here, when you're really in it, when you're really in the 20 degrees, the 10 below, walking into work every single day, it ain't worth it. And I am eyeing, we've been eyeing down towards Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico. I just don't think New Mexico has the infrastructure yet. I'm sure it'll build up, just like Utah is going to be booming in the next 10, 15 years. Booming, guarantee it. I was on the Pink Jeep tour. If you want to go check out my last upload, I did a Pink Jeep tour in Las Vegas. It's called the Bright Lights Tour, and my guide, Zach, full of knowledge, well-traveled, used to drive a lot of celebrities around in the Las Vegas area. Like he said, where the artists go, people tend to follow. Just like, let's say Pilsen, for example, in the Chicagoland area. All the gentrified, it's rare artsy now, and it's starting to build up, and houses there going up on $1 million. They probably 5-10 years ago, they were 200,000. 400,000 max probably 10 years ago, and now they're sitting at $1 million. I mean, the crazy real estate market, yeah, definitely has something to do with that, but it's the people that are moving into there. It's the artists. It's unique now. People like that strange factor to it. Gentrified. People of all races in there. You should just be heavy Mexican area, heavy Hispanic area, and all related. But now you see a bunch of white people tatted up with their beanies and their fucking tight clothes, and the fucking trying to be rebels out in the Pilsen neighborhood. And it's just a sign of the times. Wherever the artists go, society will follow, and society, there will always be someone to pay the cost to live in that area where they feel like it's unique, where they feel like they're getting something more for their money. So I have constantly always been on the move in this city. Oh, Chicago, so fucking sick, man. Yeah, I'm in Chicago. Stick it out a little while. You're gonna fucking figure out that it ain't that great after you've fucking been here for a little while. And maybe other people would disagree with me. That's okay. These are my personal thoughts. Everybody has different realities, and that is okay. We are the highest burden state. I think we passed New Jersey now. Check out the statistics. And no place is gonna be perfect. So if you are deciding to step out of a cold weather state and move to a warm weather state, warm weather area, the warm weather states are gonna have more homelessness. It's just part of the package deal there. Like when it comes to Arizona, Phoenix, insane. You see drug addicts everywhere. You see drug addicts with a whole piece of their arm scabbing over because they had whatever kind of bacteria get in there from needles that they should not have been using after 4 other people used them. You know what I mean? But I did enjoy that dry heat of Tucson, that dry heat of when you're starting to make your way down out of Phoenix, because you really don't sweat that much like the Midwest. The Midwest has heavy humidity. If you're here long enough, if you visit in the summer, you will definitely feel it. You be walking just down the street and your pit stains coming out here like they're half moons, sweating down your face. Everybody seems in 2025 going into 2026, do whatever the fuck you want, and we're just gonna deal with it later. Hopefully it fucking works out. That seems to be everybody's thoughts. And that's crazy, because accountability is very important in life, and if you have no accountability, then shit starts to fucking fall apart. And it seems like civilization in the United States, in the West, is fucking falling apart at this current time. And I don't know what's gonna bring it back together. Look at President Trump talk about Chicago, calling Pritzker, the governor, something like fat, something related to being fat or something like that.
And I had a little bit of a Pritzker joke. I was going to talk about Pritzker in size, but when I talk about Pritzker, I get angry because he's not letting us do the job. So I'm not going to tell my Pritzker joke. They have a very cute little joke, you know. Some speechwriter wrote some joke about his weight. But I would never want to talk about his weight. I don't talk about people being fat. I refuse to talk about the fact that he's a fat slob. I don't mention it.
Having a president that looks as ridiculous as ours right now, like I said, 20 years ago, I think people would have, if we would have told them, people in the 70s, people in the 80s, if we would have said, yeah, this is what it's going to be, and showed them a highlight reel of the president in 2024, 25, going into 26, I think they would have told you you're absolutely insane and there's no way that's happening, and they'd look at it like, they'd watch it like this. You'd start showing it to them, and then quickly going into 24, 25, they'd go, this is what's coming? And you'd be like, yeah, that's what's coming. So get ready, hunker down. We're in the trenches right now. We're in the trenches of society dealing with LGBTQCC, GB, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know about that. When you start talking about what's going on in society, it's inevitable that you're not going to be friends with everyone. It's just how it goes. It's just life in a nutshell. We're going to continue to make these videos. Thank you to everybody watching Time with Joe. Go check out my past videos. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I am going to be pumping this content out. It's all on me. That's what I got to remember. It's all on me. No one's coming to save me. No one's coming to save you. If you want something, it's all on you. They're not going to come lay the little red carpet out for you to come walk, and they're not going to come give you fucking money however you want to make it, unless you grind. Use your head, make your money, save your money, invest it, put it in some stocks, do your fucking research on what stocks are gonna fucking most likely be big in the next 10, 15 years. What do you got? You got LiDAR coming, you got fucking, we're gonna have 18-wheelers that are driving down the fucking expressway with no fucking drivers. Defense, aerospace systems, all that good shit, guys. What is fucking popping? You could have bought Google 30 years ago and you'd be balling out right now. Could have bought Google stock, could have bought fucking Apple stock. Man, you'd fucking retire if you would have bought it when you were 3 years old. You could have retired at fucking 37. But invest your money wisely. Buy some bricks. Stop buying your $7 coffees, soon to be $8 coffees. It's insane. The amount of money that people spend on shit that they don't need. People like to keep themselves broke. People, fucking misery loves company in this world. So what you do now is gonna determine what your life is like in another 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Make good decisions now and you'll be good later on. I don't know. I hope the best for society. I hope the best for myself. I hope the best for my family. I hope the best for your family, for everybody out there, but it's just not, I just don't think it's a great time right now. People will say it's a silent depression right now. Maybe that's true. I don't know what to believe. I'm just gonna stay true to myself, hold people accountable in my life, be kind to all human beings, to all creatures on this earth. Try and keep up with the cost of life, the cost of living, the cost of dog food, the cost of having 3 poodles, the cost of insane amount of property taxes until I get out of Illinois, the insane cost of everything. I mean, hot dog and fries in Chicago were probably fucking $4 10 years ago, and I keep going back to the past, but man, sometimes the past sounds great right now. You can't live in the past because it's never going to come back. You ain't got a time machine, so don't ever think that you could go back. So just let it go. And I think that I have to start letting some stuff go, and I'm starting to realize that when society gets a little more wild at a quick rate, we need to be able to balance that with means of controlling it. And here's the craziness of society going like this, and laws to control the craziness of society are trying to keep up, but it's a tough battle. The internet has been a blessing and a curse to today's generations. That's just what it is. You could use it for so much good, but you can use it for so much bad as well. Look at how many child predators are out there on the internet. Fucking luring kids under under the age of consent and just taking advantage of their the means of communication. Another thing to speak on, there's no shortage of predator catching videos out there, right? Skeet Hansen will always have a job skeeting in 4K.
Yeah, like right down here, the Reeboks would be gym right here. If you want to check these out right here. Yeah, I think these would really suit you though. These are the Sex Fender 12s. Yeah. What do you think? No. No, not for you.
So that's all I got for you guys today. We'll follow up in upcoming videos on other related stuff, and I'll talk about more. But I think I got some stuff off my chest. It was just more related to I'm fresh off vacation from Nevada, looking at $2,500 property taxes, and I come back here knowing that in less than 10 months that I'm gonna have to pay $3,500, and then 3 months after that pay another $3,500, and we're coming up on 8 G's for just to live, just to own a property in the Chicagoland area, and that's actually pretty reasonable. There are people who are really paying $12,000 plus, $15,000 plus, going up in the next upcoming years, that own a home that are less than $600,000, $700,000, and you can get a house out in Nevada for $1 million home for property taxes are still less than $5,000, which is absolutely insane to me. And unless you travel and unless you get yourself out into the world, you would never know it. There's Chicago rats that will be in this city forever because they're either it's intimidating to move. Or you have kids, you're stuck. It's a lot to just even move a family of less than 5 people. But when you're starting to get it up into 6, 7 people, and you got kids less than 10 years old, and you're at that stage, and then they start getting into middle school, and then they make their way into high school, and you don't want to take them away from their friends and all that. I understand if you have kids, it's going to be a tough battle to move out of the city that you grew up in, to move out of the city that you're raising those kids up in. But there's more of a likelihood that you're going to get stuck. And if it's not that great of a place in your opinion, and Chicago is just not it for me anymore, I don't like the snow especially. That's up on the list of stuff that I can check off as negatives. It just doesn't make sense for me anymore. And traveling around the world has opened my eyes, and I think it would open a whole lot of other people's eyes if you save your money. Just invest in some trips here and there, and you'll find out what you really like. You'll find out what your pet peeves are. You find out where you really want to spend your life, because it goes like this, right? Life goes very fast, so why not find a place where you enjoy? Be uncomfortable to get comfortable eventually. You got to be uncomfortable at a point to eventually be in the place that you like and be comfortable. For those few months, man, it's gonna be a fucking headache to find storage for all your belongings, and then setting up the moving truck and finding a job and finding this house and doing it from a whole nother state away, or unless you save your money and then you can move over that way and be good to hunker down for a little while and then figure out your whole situation. It's intimidating. It's hard. Anything good is hard. Nothing good comes easy, as my mother likes to say. It's inevitable that you're gonna face struggles before you fucking have the sunshine show through. You're gonna face those rainy, thunderous days where you're crying up in your room because shit is fucking tearing you down, and you're looking for the sunshine to come through, but those clouds keep fucking showing themselves day after day after day. And if you don't fucking make a change, then that's your reality is gonna stay the same. There's some good, there's some bad to everywhere, like I started mentioning. But we'll expand on it more in another video. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day wherever you're at. I hope you have a more warm day than I'm gonna have. We're at 27 degrees, picked up 4 degrees since leaving. So not much, but it's something, right? Day by day, little improvements, but there's something. You won the lottery of life just being born. We're gonna keep chugging along, and we gonna keep going. We gonna get this money today, stack it up, save it up, cut whatever is taking energy from our own mind. Keep yourself peace. Stay consistent. Let your money work for you. Don't work for the money. Now remember guys, earlier I mentioned traffic. And when I mentioned traffic, this is Interstate 55. Every day, it's currently 5:30 in the afternoon. But it's not only just because it's super cold out, super snowy, super rainy, so people are going slow. No, this is an every single day occurrence. So if you aren't ready for something like this, and I'm just gonna give it a second, because I'm not going to be able to see the whole extent of it. You're not going to be able to see the whole extent of this headache that occurs every day, like I stated. Don't come to Chicago, because getting out of the city, like I said, if you wanna be here all the time and not just a quick vacation in and out, this is what you have to deal with 3 million people. As the population. This is every single day. And that doesn't open up for like another 4 to 5 miles down the expressway. So this is every single day. So like I mentioned guys, the good and bads of living in a major city. Chicago, one of the bads is bad traffic, and it does not get any better downtown. So think again if you think Chicago is so great and you want to come live here, and you think it's just going to be summertime shy all year round, because it ain't warm all year round. The majority of the time it is fucking below 50 degrees. And it's getting even less and less and less and less and less each year, it seems. And summer comes and goes quicker and quicker each year. So